So leading up to the incident, something happened.
Right.
What exactly happened?
So J-Dog died is what happened. And so, you know, it's crunchy outside. It's crunchy outside. So J-Dog dies in December. I lose my mind. January, February, by March, I'm wearing handcuffs, charged with a 187A, a 12022.5, and a 186A. So I got use of a firearm, premeditated murder, and a gang-related homicide at 17 years old within 90 days, within 6 months, within 60 days of J-Dog passing away. Within 60 days of J-Dog passing away, that's what I'm dealing with. And so in that window, you know, that's what the fuck it was up until we got caught. So we didn't wake up that day and decide to go do some crazy shit. The crazy shit, we were crazy shit. We were crazy shit at all times. Niggas woke up on some crazy shit, went to sleep on some crazy shit, woke up, dreamt crazy shit. Nigga woke up and did some more crazy shit on behalf of the South Side. We meant that shit. 914 up. That's what the fuck was going on. And so the homies go to that gas station and got into an incident with some niggas that were not from Meadowview. That story came from a child who was 15 years old and was present and shouldn't have been present in some funky shit. And he went and told the story the way he told the story. And I was on parole when I got out. I was in prison when we talked. I haven't been able to defend myself until now or even correct the record because sometimes the rumors and the inaccuracies are superior to people knowing the truth. Even if it allows you to, sometimes being gangster does not come with a reward. It does not come, they don't pass out trophies for this shit. The realest niggas, all them niggas gonna have niggas speculating about them because if you set the record straight, you're gonna tell a fuck nigga some shit he shouldn't know. You gotta defend yourself by giving information. It's a Machiavellian political strategy to get your opponent to tell you what you really wanna know. You accuse him of something that's not true. Most idiotic motherfuckers will defend themselves by saying too much. And so I never did that. I kept my mouth shut and let niggas talk. I didn't give a fuck what they said. So a child, now that we could talk about this, a child got arrested who shouldn't have been present at the scene of a crime. And he told that story about those brothers who ended up getting into it with my homies at a gas station. So they from a whole other neighborhood. Them niggas is from where Mozzie from. And that was just a fight that niggas had. And it turned into some shit. And they pulled up on us on Florin Road and Munson Way, like a street over from 29th Street. We was like 30, 40 deep almost all the time. Lawn chairs outside sitting with the homegirl Sinette. What is it, Sequette? We was with Sequette Clark, who Stephon Clark's mama was actually the person who was with us. That's the real homegirl. So like this real Southside Gordon shit. And so the homies come back all beat up. And these niggas we love, and like I said, we on crazy shit. We didn't need a reason. You know what I mean? It was like, nigga, who did that? And so we get the story about we got into it with some niggas at the gas station. It was this, it was that. So we like, fuck it, we gonna slide. So the plan was to slide over there. Fuck it, we gonna go get them niggas in business. And that's what they would have did. It's real niggas in Oak Park. GBC, it's real niggas over there. So them niggas would have slid if we did that to them. So it is what it is. We kick it. And then the story changed on where we end up going. So we got diverted on some other shit, but we really that's what happened. That's what niggas showed up to me for, was because they got jumped at a gas station. It didn't have nothing to do with nothing in Meadowview at that moment.
Okay, but there was a house where Kerry and Jamal Harris lived, right?
I mean, everybody got to live somewhere. I mean, I would imagine them niggas lived in a house.
So Kerry and Jamal Harris, those are Meadowview Bloods or no?
It's not my right to identify them niggas as nothing. What I could tell you, the reality of what they are is they some niggas from the Gardens that was with the shit, because we breed real niggas. So them niggas is really with the shit. Historically, they still outside, just like my niggas is still outside, we outside. So all due respect to them, it's not my place to identify nobody affiliation by name. I can't do that.
Okay, but fair enough. But what I'm saying is, were those the two guys that beat up your friends in the gas station?
Nah, man, they didn't have nothing to do with that.
Okay, so this is a whole separate incident.
Yeah, that's what I mean when I say, you know, the mythology and the train leaving the building. My homeboys got jumped by some niggas from Oak Park. And the information I received and the people who came to me while I was outside on Munson Way and Florin Road was the homies got jumped by some niggas from the P, and them was the niggas that had to get hollered at. And between them showing up and saying that, niggas getting strapped up and prepared to go, and some hours later and some drinking and kicking and waiting for the sun to do what it do, and it was already getting dark, but we want to, get into the twilight type shit. Between that, we had a morph of where niggas ended up at. So it really wasn't like, let's go over here and do A, B, C, and D.
Okay, so at 2 a.m. that next morning, you and 4 people show up to a house. And
if 9 niggas put in work and only 4 went to jail, that mean the 5 stayed free because the 4 others didn't tell. And you can never say their names because whoever inquired, that nigga either nosy as hell or he wearing a wire. I remember whole house smelled like, come on, man. It's on the album. If some J-Dog from 24th Street, I went to jail with 5 niggas that claimed 29th Street. I'm the only nigga from 24th Street that got arrested, right? So I'm gonna say this to all of you motherfuckers out here that are really gangster, right? Everybody understands that math don't make sense, right? We all know that, so we could just leave it like that. If a motherfucker think a motherfucker from 24th Street died and 1 nigga from 24th Street got arrested with 5 niggas from 29th Street, and that if they think that's how that went, then I'm okay with that. That's one of the Machiavellian things I was talking about. If people want to believe that, then I'm comfortable with that.
Okay, so at 2 a.m. you guys show up at this house. And in the home is the mother of Carrie and Jamal Harris, Patricia Harris, 42 years old. She's a grandmother with 5 kids and 11 grandkids. Now, did you guys knock on the door pretending to be police to try to get in?
I'm gonna do it like this. Let's do it like this. I'm not aware of who's in nobody's house. I don't know that particular thing. I know the homies got jumped. I know we gonna deal with that. And I am aware of, hey man, I know where the niggas that killed J-Dog are and where we going? Where are we going? I didn't give a fuck if we pulled up on Santa Claus. It's up. I didn't give a fuck where we were going, honestly. I didn't give anybody, the homies with me were gremlins. We didn't give a fuck. You could have been mad at your bitch for saying hi to a nigga. We was going over there too. She could get, all of them could get smacked too. We was on that. We were on that for real. So I didn't give a fuck where we were. Yeah, I just know this car, the doors open and niggas get out. And it's like, nigga, it's up. Ain't nobody stopping. Hey man, what's going on over here? Or what we got going on? It ain't none of that. Niggas got out and started walking and it's up. It's up. And so there is no stop who's in. We ain't got x-ray vision. Don't nobody know who the fuck is up in there. And then nobody give a fuck either, by the way. So you could say after the matter, shock and awe and now you got to deal with the emotional impact of being aware of what occurred. But prior to that, nobody think about that type of shit. And we niggas was kids mostly. So there wasn't nobody out there with a developed brain prepared to be able to say, this is a bad idea, which somebody could have said. I got psychoactive turned in, Priority Records sniffing around me, black market records, pocket full of money. We chilling like a motherfucker and have no idea that we about to do some shit prior to even what Tupac became, before there was a such thing as a Snoop Dogg, before there was a Death Row Records. We didn't understand what the fuck we was about to become and how important it was if I could have stayed free and what that would have meant for our families, what that would have meant for our neighborhood. And the fact that me and Meek, as you having real leadership from the Meadowview Bloods and real leadership from the Garden Block Crips working together, having pulled that off would have been an amazing feat that we all regret. So this isn't, if there was nobody available who could have said, hey, like I would right now to one of my homies when I talk to them, like, nigga, you're not going to do shit. I'm hurt right now because I don't give a fuck what happened. You're not going nowhere. You aren't going nowhere. I'm the person doing that now. But then the people who could have told me that, it was up. They like, nigga, let's go. The people who could have told me not to go said, let's go. So let's go. So door gets kicked down and niggas is up in that bitch. These are documented facts already. This is tried. And niggas, my co-defendant that sat next to me in trial was acquitted. Double jeopardy. They can't go get that nigga for nothing. So like outright, this is prosecuted. Niggas done served their time. This shit is over with. It ain't even about no statute of limitations. That niggas can't be prosecuted again. The case is over with. And so, and nigga, we went up in that motherfucker and you do what you do. That's what the fuck it was. It was up. That's what they would have did. It was up.
Well, when the dust settled, Patricia Harris was dead.
Tragically.
Yeah. And as you guys are pulling off, you guys didn't really realize that a woman had been shot because everything was so chaotic and crazy.
Yeah, there was no expectation that nobody considered that there would be civilians in that environment, not that I was a part of. Nobody had considered that. It was certain sections that I didn't slide around. As a child, there's places I rode my bike as a kid. There was a certain age that I hit where we couldn't go certain places. I don't know who lived in no house and not what house. I was not aware of that. That wasn't my side of town. I was more on the Meadowview, 24th Street side, 23rd, Babbitt. You get to crossing certain shit. I wasn't going over there. Amherst, nigga, Danger Island. If we was going over there, it was not good news. If we was pulling up, and if we saw them pulling up on our side, they wasn't selling ice cream. You know what I mean? Niggas just sliding. So yeah, I knew where I was, but I didn't know who anyone else was because this wasn't territory that I was trafficking in. It was safe for us to be over there. Nigga die over there trying to go get some pussy. It's a nigga that'll smack you over there. It's real niggas over there. It's real niggas over there.
Well, the ages of everyone involved was between 14 and 17. Were you guys all sober at the time this was happening? Or was everyone high off of something?
If 9 members put in work and only 4 went to jail, the 5 stayed free because the 4 others didn't tell, and you can never say their names because you ain't listening to me, Vlad. Those of us who were arrested I was 17. I think there was one who was also 17, my homeboy Venom, who was, I think I'm older. Is Venom? I think I'm older than Chris. I think so. So I'm 17. Nobody was older than that. And so, yeah, there wasn't nobody out there thinking with no logical or no rationale or none of that. And it was impulsivity. We was children. I am not lost about the fact that we were children. It just was active. You know, if you get a child soldier and you're trying to be logical and rational with this nigga about why he running around with this big ass rifle and he's smacking shit. And you know, what's the story about them niggas? They got out of Africa and came to America and changed their lives. Niggas child soldiers, they got trauma. That's what was going on out there. It was up, Vlad. I don't know how to explain it no better. And if motherfuckers can't understand it, it's cause they ain't G. If they can't understand it, them niggas was in the suburbs. They wasn't outside. If you was outside, you go grab a little nigga from Chicago, he can explain exactly what I'm saying, he gonna get it. Grab a little nigga outside in Atlanta for real, a little nigga outside in Houston for real, a little nigga outside in Oakland for real, a nigga in Hunters Point, a nigga in Fillmore, you go get a nigga in Compton, they know what the fuck I'm talking about. It was up. And you spiritually, if you 17 years old as a gang member, 18, 19, 20, 21, you 4 years within your life expectancy. So to act like we was kids, then we just was kids. Niggas got cars and baby mamas. Niggas got choppers, nigga. It's funny, if people want to paint the narrative we was outside like that, it's because they trying to minimize Northern California cripping. They trying to minimize Northern California gangster shit. That's unacceptable. I'm from a tribe of real niggas. We wasn't the first generation of this shit. I got a founding father in my neighborhood in here. Nigga, we wasn't the inventors of this shit. We was a part of an infection. We were a part of the parasitic organism was in our bodies. and on our bodies already. Niggas had already been to YA, had already been to the youth to the Sacramento County Boys Ranch programs, had already been through juvenile hall, was already beat up knuckles on their way to county jails. It wasn't nothing left for us but to graduate to college, the California State University prison. It wasn't nothing left but that, or die. That was it. That was it.